Welcome back to the Michael D. Show. Excited about our next guest from Austin, Texas. His name's Roy Snarr with Snarr Insurance Agency. And Roy, welcome to the show.
Hey, thanks, Michael. Appreciate it.
Now, you do something really cool, long-term care, but there's a story behind why you got into the business. But before that, you're number one in Texas and you're top 10 in the nation in long-term care. You don't get there by accident. So tell us the story that got you here.
Well, I'm glad you think it's cool because a lot of people don't think long-term care is cool. So we try to make it as fun as possible because it's a daunting topic. And I'll tell why I got into it here. When I was 14 years old, my mother became disabled. Somebody ran a stop sign, hit her, and that led to degenerative disc disease. A divorce came out of that. We lost the house, the car. Obviously, she lost her job. We moved to my grandparents' house. This whole thing happened. I was 14.
Oh, man.
And this was during the time frame of the 2001 dot-com burst. So all these things were happening all at once. I'm like, whoa. I want to ride my bicycle, play my Pokemon cards. Like, what is happening here? I didn't know about money or anything. And so that sparked my ambition to learn more as I went to college and started studying finance and insurance. When I started studying it, that's when our grandparents went through a long-term care event. My mom's mom, my dad's mom, my mom's dad. So all these things were occurring to me. And I was being called to always want to help people and communicate with people. So I said, hey, insurance of all things. And we're a bunch of hillbillies. I grew up doing commercial logging and construction.
Wow, you're kidding me.
I never had a background in insurance or finance, neither did my family. And so it just led me to wanting to learn more and more. And then I found this niche and we said, hey, this is an underserved market. And then we went after it.
So you all saw an underserved market, and you're writing most of that insurance in the U.S. You've got so many agents around the country,
correct,
that are sending you business as a result of that. So you've done a couple of very smart things. I met you at a conference, and you've actually, before I get into our partnership and how we're publishing books for you, I want to talk about your first book, Guaranteed Monies. What was the purpose behind that?
The purpose behind Guaranteed Monies was to help educate people about Social Security. It's one of the most confusing topics in retirement, and it's often not spoken about or proper advice is given. So I became a national Social Security advisor. There's about 100 of us in Texas and a few thousand in the country, which basically means I'm a Social Security nerd. And so I was like, I'm going to write this book about it to help with my credibility in the industry and to also help a lot of people get the basics. Because Social Security has over 100,000 pages on their website. You think anybody's going to read through that?
That's one big book. Wow. So you kind of dumb it down as far as for dummies, Social Security, and you really help people save money and gain more money for their retirement. But
it's very beneficial. We've been able to help thousands of people all across the country through our radio and television and our other books and the talks like this that we have. And a lot of folks will just buy it on Amazon or get the ebook and they'll read through it and they'll get messages. Hey, you know what? I was able to save thousands of dollars on my Social Security, or I was able to increase my income. I had no idea about this rule. We help a lot of widows out too, because there's a lot of widow rules.
Because you're a young entrepreneur that thinks ahead, and you're like, how can I help more people? Because when you help more people, it brings more revenue, right?
It does.
And you said, I've got all these agents in my pipeline. What if I help these agents that don't really have time to write a book? I'll write a book called Medicare Doesn't Care, and I'll white label my content from Guaranteed Monies and call it Social Security 101. And I'll partner with Beyond Publishing and Michael Butler to be my fulfillment partner on the back end. And so you're going all over the country doing these insurance events, and you've got all these insurance agents that are busy doing their day-to-day, and they know they need a book, and they've tried to write a book, but they're like, I don't have time to write a book. So kind of what's the idea behind that?
Well, the big idea here is that we're able to help impact a lot of people and literally change their lives, because if somebody doesn't have long-term care protection, it can decimate a portfolio and cause an extreme heartache on the family. So we're the leading asset-based protection agency in the country, and we're able to help thousands of people affect their lives. And I can't do it all, neither could our team, but if we can help other advisors, lawyers, CPAs, find wealth advisors, insurance agents, make an impact to their clients, that's what we're after here. And so we said, hey, what's the best way to do that? Let's create a distribution platform of white labeling a book, and working with Beyond Publishing and yourself, you really help open my eyes up to the bigger opportunity on how we could actually do this and help thousands of agents across the country, help hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people.
You're licensing your content to them. They're customizing their chapter. We're customizing their cover with their face and their brand and the story of their agency and why they do what they do. So you've created a win-win.
It's literally their own book, because the hard part in this business, or any business is time. It took me forever. I thought I was going to knock that book out in like 2 weeks.
Yes.
A year later, you know.
You get your third baby on the way.
Oh yeah, everything. And it's like an instrument, right? It's the greatest procrastination tool. I'm going to write a book.
Yes.
Well, I finally got it done. I was like, wow, if I had an opportunity just to buy this book, I would have done it all day long.
Yeah,
so we give these agents and individuals and financial professionals an opportunity to have their own book, and they can have their own name on it along with mine, or just their own name, complete white label. And it's great too. We get so many compliments of people saying, hey, you know what? I handed out your book to my clients. It's really making a difference for them.
Yeah.
And it feels good.
Credibility, passing it forward, getting more referrals. But you've also been on the local media in the Austin area.
I have,
and so
yes.
good for you on that.
Yeah.
And you're doing a lot of work with nonprofits and great things in your community. What's a word you would say to somebody that's here at this event? Has this event impacted you, and how do you see yourself using this information?
Oh, I always get a lot out of these events. One of the best parts is that we're all like-minded here, right? We're all here to help more people, to do something bigger and greater, and I get to learn from those experiences and just pick everybody's brain, right? And that's the biggest thing here, just the relationship building. I mean, since we've been here, I've already thought, I need to do a TV show, a podcast. I need to get onto more channels. I need to be able to do this to help more people to make a bigger impact.
Yeah.
So it really stretches your mind, because in a lot of businesses, it's lonely, especially like insurance or financial services. It's so easy to get caught up in your own little world and get day-to-day and mundane stuff, and because you can be a solo agent. So this totally stretches your mind, and it's a different perspective, because I'm the only one in this room that does what I do.
Right.
So I get to learn from other people on how they build their business and implement it into mine.
Now, you're doing something unique too with content, because we said from day one that content creation plus syndication equals monetization. And you're kind of the master at that, because you've actually got an academy, Snarr Academy, and we've actually gifted you a lot of our content to syndicate through your platform.
Yes. Yep.
So tell us kind of the goal of that with number of agents and everything, where you're headed.
So what we decided to do, in addition to the book, learning about Social Security, long-term care, or other financial services marketing programs, like doing seminars, it's challenging for the advisors, because it's an unknown topic. When you get your license, you don't really learn about these types of strategies in depth. So we said, hey, look, let's create an academy, a course for people where they can go online and they could, watch all these training platforms, these videos, and learn exactly how we've done it, how we've built a 7-figure agency from scratch, from absolutely nothing all the way up to where it's at today, and how we're growing. And so we built this platform out. And the most unique part is it's interactive. We do weekly calls where they can ask us questions. We do case design. And it's fun, because we're able to make a direct impact on these agents and advisors that way.
Now, you and I shared the stage together recently at a conference, and you were a sponsor at that conference. And, we made a big impact with a lot of agents there. Is speaking a big part of your business moving forward?
Yes, it is. And so prior to like this, learning more about this event and that other event that we went to, the only speaking I really did was just in front of my clients, and then doing seminars, workshops to gather my own clients. We do like Social Security and other retirement planning workshops to help educate the community. But this has opened my mind up. There's way more to do than just that.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I know we're going to be sharing a lot more stages together. I appreciate you for coming, and wow. You might want to have a chat with him. He's got some exciting ideas, and we might even feature your playlist on the Michael D Show at some point. So I know you've got a lot of great content coming out. Thanks for joining us. We'll see you next time.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Roy.
Thanks.